Sailing is an ancient art, dating back thousands of years, and it relies on the elegant interaction between sail, wind and water to propel a vessel across the seas. At its core, sailing harnesses the power of the wind, converting its force into forward motion through a balance of the physics and the navigation. Sailing pivots on wind angles and strengths. The basic rule is sail where the wind blows. Sails can't move directly into the wind, but they can navigate angles relative to it. Close hold is closest to the wind, reaching is at an angle, and running downwind is what it says, going where the wind blows you. When trying to manoeuvre through the quarter where you can't go, there are two manoeuvres. Tacking involves turning the bow through the wind, and jibing, which is a downwind turn, requires bringing the stern through the wind. The great leap in sail technology was the wing sail, which departed from the traditional fabric sails to embrace a more aerodynamically advanced design. It mimics the shape of an airplane wing, and the sails capture wind energy with increased efficiency and precision. The key to the wing sail lies in its rigid structure. It's often composed of lightweight materials like carbon fibre. Unlike traditional sails, which rely on fabric and ropes, wing sails maintain their shape through a fixed aerodynamic structure. This design allows for precision control of the sail's curvature and helps to optimize its performance across various wind conditions. Their aerodynamic efficiency is remarkable, and the innovative design enables sailboats to achieve higher speeds and better upwind performance compared to conventional sails. Moreover, wing sails offer greater control and stability. Their fixed shape reduces the need for constant adjustments and provide a more consistent and predictable sailing experience. Sailing is of course a very ancient art, and it made its move to land much later. The earliest text describing it was a Chinese text, and they talked about the use of masts and sails on large vehicles in the Book of the Golden Hall Master, which was written by Taoist scholar and Crown Prince Qiao Yi, who later became Emperor Yuan of Liang in 552 to 554 AD. 16th century European travellers to China were astounded by the use of sails on a coach. The precursor to the modern land yacht was invented in the summer of the year 1600 by Flemish scientist Simon Stevin in Flanders as a commission for the Prince Maurice of Orange. It was used by the prince to entertain his guests. The modern land yacht, a three-wheeled polyester fiberglass and metal cart, often with a wing mast and a relatively rigid sail, has been used since about the 1950s to the 1960s. The world land speed record for wind-powered vehicles was broken on the 11th of December 2022 by a New Zealand team with Australian pilot Glenn Ashby, and they set a wind speed of 222.43 kilometres per hour or 138.21 miles per hour. Land yachts are capable of travelling 3 to 4 times the speed of the wind. So if we take these ideas of land yachting and wing sails, have a think about the problems like travelling against the wind and moving across a distance. We have to ask ourselves, could this be applied to wind power and wind generation? Well, the answer is yes, and somebody's done it. And that is the Heirloom. To me, the Heirloom is an innovative combination of the principles we've just been talking about being applied in the realm of renewable energy. It could well be a leap forward in harnessing wind power for sustainable energy production. At the core of Heirloom is its flexibility. Unlike conventional wind turbines with rigid structures and fixed blades, the Heirloom incorporates a flexible framework that allows it to adapt to varying wind speed and directions. This adaptability is supposed to optimize energy capture and turbine efficiency irrespective of the wind's intensity or changing direction. But perhaps one of the most remarkable aspects of the Heirloom is in its versatility and installation. Traditional wind turbines often require specific geographical conditions and ample space for optimal performance. However, the Heirloom's compact design enables installation in diverse environments, including urban landscapes where space is limited. Its adaptability facilitates vertical integration on buildings or placement within confined spaces, tapping into wind resources previously untapped by conventional turbines. Heirloom is equipped with sensors and control systems, and they can adjust all by themselves in response to real-time wind conditions. This dynamic control is supposed to maximize energy generation, ensuring a consistent and reliable power output even during low wind speeds. Environmental sustainability is supposed to be a cornerstone of the Heirloom design. by harnessing wind energy without requiring extensive land use or causing disruptions to ecosystems, they've become something of a cause célèbre, attracting the attention of Bill Gates, who has supported them to the tune of $4 million and becoming well discussed across the internet. Their proud boast being that the entire turbine can be stacked in the back of a truck. Of course, Heirloom doesn't sit in isolation. It sits in a field where there are lots of exciting developments going on, including turbines that have sail designs to them, and there's a long way between a prototype proof of concept and an actual product. So without a doubt there are patents on it. I haven't looked them up, but they will be there. But a patent doesn't stop an individual making their own or an individual experimenting. Patents are there to protect commerce. Individuals are quite happy to use what is ever in a patent to develop alternatives, and just a quick look at it has already shown me alternatives. I mean, one thing is we could stick tubicles on it. We know that that's a huge improvement, and we know that the Heirloom doesn't have them, so we could do that. Having looked at the sailboats, and this is why I go back on things and look at things, because there's always little things that are kind of introduced to you, sparks of an idea. A rigid wing sailboat doesn't need a control system. It is in fact self-trimming, and it's self-trimming because really it's being steered around its course with the rudder and the boat. To me it looks a bit like Heirloom have forgotten that aspect of boats, because of course they've put theirs on a track. Now I don't know, but it may well be that their complicated control systems aren't in fact necessary. Certainly worth a look at, and it certainly inspires me to try a couple of ideas based on what Heirloom are doing, because all that aside, I do find it an extremely interesting and exciting thing that they've come up with, and I'd really hope they get it off the ground. They're certainly getting the ball rolling and some support behind them, which is always good to hear. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and please do remember to like and subscribe.